We just love talking about the great programs at Seattle colleges. We are here at North Seattle College and talking to DeAndre Fisher about the Equity and Welcome Center. And yeah, it's great to be here. And I noticed that right there it says coming soon, but it's already here, right?
It's here. It's here. We're excited. It is officially here as of April the 29th. We got it going, and it has been, wow, it's been a journey for the college. It's been talked about for years. When I first arrived, there's been archives talking about an Equity and Welcome Center since 1996, 1999. I know. So it's like we are officially here and so excited about all the work that it has taken to get here.
One of the things that I read was that there was a multicultural center,
Yes.
there was a gender equity resource center, and now it's sort of all under the umbrella of the Equity and Welcome Center, correct? So what was the idea behind that to do something like that?
Absolutely. So the framework really to bring everyone together is really about intersectionalities, really understanding the importance of one's identity really has multiple layers, and understanding what that looks like, what is the social capacity of one's identity, and really understanding that, bring it all together for our students, for our faculty, for our staffs, and not having a division was really, really profound for our college. And the leadership under our president has been amazing to make this happen. So Dr. Brown has just been phenomenal pushing this. And the students, the activism behind what the students, our students Paul, our students Fernanda, our students have been phenomenal to really create such a space to where everyone feels like they have a sense of belongingness here at North. And that's the goal, and that's what we want.
And I understand that you had a grand opening, and and it was well attended. A couple hundred people came.
Yes. Wow, is all I can say. I mean, there's no words for it, because the community, the love, what you felt in the room as we really all came together to say, hey, we are one here at North, and we're excited to be one, and we're excited to understand that we all come from different backgrounds, different religions, different racial backgrounds, whatever that looks like, socioeconomic class, able-bodied, whatever that is, we're all here together for each other.
What is the feedback that you're getting from the students, from the faculty, from your colleagues about the Welcome Center?
I must say that this is a product of what the college stood on as a whole to say, and they made a big, bold statement in the hiring of the 3 associate vice presidents of equity, diversity, and inclusion, Dr. Hunt, Dr. Betsy at Central and South.
And yourself.
And myself now at North. Look,
good,
for me, don't forget me,
yes. Exactly.
Really, it was, the feedback has been, we're excited. Now the work can begin. We feel like the partnerships.
So the students
are
saying
students
this?
are saying
Okay.
this. The faculty are saying
Good.
this. Staff are saying this. I just went to district literally yesterday. People from district are saying it. So it's just like it's a great momentum. It is a great momentum, and we're ready to kick off what you really want to see on a college campus, and that is making sure that everyone feels like they have a voice at a college campus.
So looking ahead, a year from now, I'm sure you've had discussions with your colleagues and staff about what you want to see. What is the picture you have in mind a couple of years down the road?
Oh, wow. We already see it playing out now. I can tell you, bringing on this EDI team and working with student leadership, what you see a lot of days now in college campuses is really the division, isolation of this work. And I say this work meaning the equity work, the inclusion work. There's some pieces going on, per se, in the math department, some pieces going on in art. But now to have a center that really folds all of this work into one, it's beautiful. It's beautiful when you can walk into a place right now and you can see at the front desk a smiling face like Sabrina, or you get welcomed by Fleetwood, or Belinda's in the back. I mean, I can just name all of these people who have made this work for now, but the people who made it work before us, the Karens, the Pauls, all the people who were here doing this work. So what I see in the future is what we have now, but on steroids. What we have now, but at a capacity to where we're growing, and students and family and communities are taking up this space and coming to North and saying, we want to get a great education as we're changing lives through our education as our motto and as our mission is, but most importantly, North is the place to be when you talk about social justice, when you talk about equity in the community. That's what we want to create this space to be too as well.
Before you arrived, Sabrina gave us a nice tour of the center, and we looked at at the student lounge. There was a student in there, and tell us about the layout.
Absolutely. So when we first created, once again, it was purely based off of really how we're going to keep our multicultural students involved and our gender equity students and our non-binary students involved. What are we going to do to make sure that they have a safe space for our students who are just coming in saying, I don't know my identity yet? What are we going to do? So that was the goal first in the beginning. So the first was to create this student lounge, then create this resource center for parents who have are single parents. What resources do we have for them? And then we brought this to the cabinet, and the cabinet, oh my gosh, they were so into it and believing in this. And John Letter, I got to give him a big shout out, because why is that important? Because he brought in, and what he saw is our benefits hub. Now working with United Way to bring in the benefits hub. To what the benefits hub will do for our students is help our first-gen students, our low-income students, when they need financial assistance, just to say, I'm in class, and what we tend to forget is some of these students who are hungry in our classrooms, we're asking them to learn on an empty stomach. We're asking them to learn while they're thinking about, how am I gonna pay next month's rent? And now we have a benefits hub to help us really cultivate that and understand that these barriers that are set before you, we're trying to eliminate and take those barriers out. So that's what this is built off of. This is really built off of the hearts and the minds of so many collective bodies and peoples here at North and in the community that says, we notice and we recognize there's barriers for a lot of our students, and now we want to go through and eliminate these barriers. And that's what this is really about.
A question that I love to ask the guests at Seattle Colleges is, I'm going to ask you the question right now is, what is the best part of your job?
The best part of my job, that I must say that I am humbly honored to do this work, is to work with so many dynamic people, from the students, the faculty, the staff, from the president's cabinet. It's just been amazing to build relationships with everyone who believes in this work. Some may not understand the work, but we give each other grace in this work. We have to. I'm not an expert, nobody's an expert, but we all have our own lived experiences, and that's what brings value to this work.
It's been a pleasure talking to you
Thank
and
you.
learning about the Equity and
Yes.
Welcome Center. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
at Seattle Colleges. Yeah,
Thank you,
great
sir.
seeing you again.
Absolutely.
All right.